Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about you. I said, you taller than me. I said, you ain't a little baby no more. You're a grown man.
Not there yet. No, still
Hey,
got some stuff to work on.
how tall are you?
6'3".
Man,
Yeah, yes, sir. Brother Ken, we want to thank you for taking time out of your evening to join this conversation with Brother Damon and me. Uh, we've been doing this, brother, since about the close of Ramadan of this year. And we decided to start talking about the wins we had in our relationships and the losses that we had in our relationships. And we wanted to talk about things that we did not really understand ourselves, even after being in the nation, about relationships. And so we started, Brother Damon went to work and started getting people to come on, brothers like yourself, to come on the show so that we can talk about things from a different perspective, and hit all these different topics. So we thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yes, sir. So tell me, how do you know Brother Damon?
Man, that's a long story. I don't remember how old I was when I met Brother Demon. I don't really even know, but I met him from a junior FY class actually.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Maybe you remember how old I was. I don't remember, but
I
it
think
was
you were 7.
a long time ago. But I met him through there. I think our mom did drop us off there, and then I just everything else is pretty much history.
Oh, wow. Yes, sir. And what is your present age?
18,
You're 18. So it's been 11 years. Well,
a
brother,
long time.
what's one of the fondest memories that you have of Brother Damon?
On this, oh man. Um, hmm. Off the top of my head, it'll probably be when we with me, Brother Damon, Kimani, and I don't remember. We went to some place. I don't remember what it was. It was like we went out somewhere. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
We went somewhere. I forgot what it was called.
Well, brother, we know that having you to come on this show as a young man, we know, are you married at the time? I mean, are you married?
No.
Okay. So you're at the age that Brother Damon and I came into the nation. Is that right for you, Brother Damon,
I
around
came in at 19.
at 19? And you're 18 now, right, Brother Kenton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about the same age as well. And when did you begin to hear things about marriage and about relationships?
At a young age. It's at a young age, yeah.
Yes, sir. What were some of the first things that you recall being taught about relationships?
First things that I was taught about relationships, that there there needs to be like put forth effort in both sides, not necessarily 50-50, but 100-100, it needs to be that full effort, not just half on both sides.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, so much. I guess how like how do I explain it? I don't. It's just a lot.
Yes,
I do
sir.
know that there has to be like a sustainable responsibility
Yes, sir.
that there is in marriage. That's what most people do it. Is they know that there's responsibility that has to be done for it. Um, yeah, it's pretty much just all goes down to responsibility, really.
Yes, sir. Now, the topic that we have for you to discuss with you today, brother, is striving to be a young, productive man in Satan's world. Tell us about yourself, tell us about your history, and what endeavors that you are on right now.
Well, at this exact moment, I'm in college.
Yes.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, I'm in UNT right now.
Yes, sir.
I do know that when gearing up for college, and as an example, there's a thing of temptation.
Yes.
And And temptation is a very powerful thing that most people don't I guess realize. So like I do know a lot of people would like say, oh, or like I don't know, have fun or whatever, focus on the main goal. But you also have to understand that there is that temptation that could hold people back, which is why I want to, be different, I guess, and like not necessarily say no, but also know that like there are certain things that are more important than
Yes, sir.
that exact objective.
At this time in your life, what are some of the important things that are on your mind right now to do while you're in college?
Staying focused on the main goal, pretty much. I want to be able to have fun, but also remember that original objective is to do the 4 years, have good grades, get my bachelor's degree, and eventually go off to either start my own business because I'm majoring in a pre-business,
yes,
or just do something that could help me, focus on the main goal that I have for myself.
Yes, sir. Well, since you've been on campus, have you had any temptations?
No.
He ain't gonna tell us anyway.
No. I've only been on campus for about 2 weeks now, so no. As of right now, not. Yeah, I hope it doesn't, change, but no, not yet. At least.
What are you in the dorms?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, what are some things like what's your class load?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
What is your class load? How many hours are you taking?
I decided to do the recommended, which was 12 to 16 hours.
Yeah.
Which is like about 5 classes.
Wow.
Which is pretty normal for me because I just came from high school, so it's like back-to-back classes, but it is kind of different. But people say, like, you really want to start off like that? I mean, it's not that hard. You just do the work. It shouldn't be that hard. So as of right now, it's not that hard. So that's about 5 classes.
Well, I know, I can only imagine being that you're on campus and you're not too far from us. You're at UNT. So that's maybe, I'm near Plano. So you're probably about 30, 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I know being at UNT and being on the college campus experience, were you planning to stay on college? Like, were you looking forward to staying on college campus?
Yeah.
Yes,
as much as messed up this may sound, I kind of wanted to get out of the house, pretty much. Kind of wanted to try to be on my own a little bit. I do have a roommate, but it's still technically I'm like responsible for myself now, not like my siblings or my mom. So like it's as of right now, it's a very fun experience for me. So I was very looking forward to moving on campus.
And I know with your how on board were your parents with you? Did they agree with you, or were they kind of reluctant to let you stay on campus?
Oh no, they agreed with me. They agreed. Wanted me out the house. So yeah, they agree 100%.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, brother, tell us about what you think is one of the difficulties that young men your age have to face. I mean, I'm 41. Brother Damon's almost 50, but he looks.
Hey, I'm 46. Don't stretch it yet.
So you're growing up in a totally different time period than us, brother. The social media age that we live in. We got Oculuses out now, Bitcoin and digital currency. What are some of the challenges that young men that you see, as you came out of FOI, if you came out of FOI class and now being a young man, junior FOI class, being a young man, what are some of the challenges that you and men of your generation face?
Oh, that's a great question. I would have to say, I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to say it's more of like that men my age are like, I guess, reluctant to see reality, I guess you could say, in some sort. Hard headed, that's what it is. Hard headed. Most people around my age are too hard headed to realize that just because certain people do this for whatever reason doesn't mean that you have to follow in their footsteps. People say that, well, adults, most adults, well, all of adults say that we are like the future of the world, you know, and so we should do something different instead of following what other people have done. So I would say that's a struggle that even I still have. I can admit that because I am hard headed in some ways. I still got rough around the edges, but I'm getting there. But I would say that's probably one of the biggest struggles when it comes to like people around my age, at least.
Yes, sir. Now that you live on your own, for the time that you are there for the semester, what is it like living on campus?
It's pretty much the same thing. It's I wouldn't say it's the same thing. It's like kind of different, but then not the same time because it's like I'm doing the same thing I was already doing at the house, waking up, going to work, let's say going to work, going to classes. But at the same time, it's not because now I have to provide and depend for myself by getting things I need, food, water, clothes, all that sort of stuff. I would say it's like I wouldn't say depended on, but yeah, depended on. I don't have that person that I have to depend on.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Because for 18 years I've been with my mom, so most mothers like to shelter their child, I guess, even at a older age. So I'll say it's a weird turn for me, but I am getting the hang of it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying like, oh, I'm getting a homesick or anything. No, I'm not saying that. It's more like it's just a different lifestyle that I'm having that I'm doing pretty good so far.
Well, brother, I know it's not, I mean, it can be somewhat of a shock. You know, I know for me, when I left the house, it's a little different, you know.
Yeah.
Mom's not there to tell you what we can do, what we can't do. It's like you're free to make your own mind up.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm so cautious.
Have you found, like, how long have you been on campus?
2 weeks.
So this being your second week, have you found your balance yet? You know, where that time to go to sleep or when you're waking up?
No. Yes and no. I came to the realization that time does not exist in college. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as time in college. Because people are just always gonna be people up 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., just staying up all night. So there is, for me, at least in the morning, there's a specific time to wake up at. I have an alarm clock, except for these like days I have to wake up on. When it comes to the night, not really. So I'm still working on that. I need to figure out like I need to get at least 6 hours of sleep, which a person at least around my age and up should get.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to get that figured out.
Oh, yes, sir. And what time do you normally try to go to sleep by?
2.
Wow.
At least 2. But so far it's not been working. I've been going to sleep around 3.
Yes, sir.
Man.
But I'm getting there.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, with the full load that you're taking, 5 classes is quite a bit of classes to be taking on your first semester. Did any of your counselors suggest that you don't take that many hours?
No, not really. No. The only reason I decided to take 5 classes is because it's, for me, as even though me and my friends joke around about saying it's a mindset thing, it really is. You have to have the mindset to put forth the energy to do it. I have the energy, even though I go to sleep around 4 or 3, I still have that energy to do the work. As long as I do the work, I know I'll be okay.
Right.
As long as I put 100% in the work, I will be fine. So I have no problem doing the 5 classes because at the end of the day, I have a huge gap in all those classes. I have like hours of gaps, so it gives me time to have some free time to do the work, get a good chunk of it done, and then do another side of it like the next day. So it's not like it's high school, but it kind of is. I treat it like it is because it's the same objective at the end of the day. But I don't think it's a problem that I have 5 classes. I could have went down to 3, but then again, that's too much free time to give me, and I want to be able to do something.
Now, what's the demographic? Like, what's the makeup of the people there? Are there more Black people? Are there more white people? Are there Mexican people? What's the demographic?
Very diverse. Very diverse. It's diverse of a lot of people. I don't know the exact numbers, but there's a.
Oh no, it's frozen.
Yeah.
You froze on us, Brother Kenton. No. We're getting to the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see if he can. All right, there you go, brother. You're back.
I'm sorry, college Wi-Fi. What was I saying? Yeah, it's very diverse here. There is a lot of Black, white, Hispanic, Indian, Asian. It's a lot of I don't know the numbers. I just know it's a lot of everybody here.
Yes, sir. Well, brother, you're say it again.
I would just say it's a very new experience.
Okay. Well, you know, the school that you came from, what was the demographic? What was the makeup there?
Predominantly Hispanic.
Okay.
There was about a couple people that were white. There was about 4 or 5 Black kids in the classroom, but it was predominantly Hispanic.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big difference. You know, now, brother, you seem to be, you're 6'3". You have your natural hair. You would be somebody who has the above average looks, because most women like somebody tall.
Right.
A lot of the young ladies like brothers who wear their hair like that. Now, have you been getting hit on since you've been up there? Have you been getting looks from the ladies?
Now that you bring that up, it's kind of crazy because this one, I don't even know who she was. It was just one girl that yesterday was trying. I don't know what her objective was, but it was a very awkward conversation. I guess you could say I was, but I don't know what it was because I think it was very awkward. How she just came up to me, talking to me very fast. I think she was. I don't know what she was doing, but it was weird. So, at least to me, talking to people, or talking to friends that were by me, like she was talking really fast.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, no, not really. I don't know.
Well, she give you her phone number? Was she like, hey, I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you?
I declined.
Yeah.
I kind of declined because if you're gonna talk to me, I feel like you should be like comfortable. It looked like she was uncomfortable. More like she was doing it for a bet. So I said no, and we just wanted the rest of our life, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. You know, I mean, it's very common that those first couple of weeks, the young ladies are looking to get down. They're looking to get chocolate. And they're looking for it. You know, so brother, I know coming from a school where you're not the majority, so you kind of probably stood out.
Right.
People know, oh, that's the brother because everybody else is of a different nationality, a different race. Like, did that affect you when you were in high school?
No, not at all. I didn't think of it like that, because okay, so the school I went before that, it was predominantly Black.
Yeah.
And but it's just in this way, it's reversed. It's predominantly Hispanic instead of predominantly Black. So I didn't really look at it as like that. It could be look at it as like that, but I didn't personally. I didn't really pay too much attention about it, but it could be.
Okay. So you just seem to be the kind of person who you accept challenges. You don't necessarily see anything as a bad thing. You seem to have a very optimistic viewpoint. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I'm very optimistic, depending on what it is, because I can also be realistic too and blunt, very blunt. But it's kind of weird. But yeah, very optimistic.
Yes, sir. Now, did you go to college with a group of friends, or are you having to make a new group of friends or associates?
Yes, I came to college with a big, large group of friends. Yeah. One of my roommates is actually one of my friends, so it's pretty good because I wouldn't want to have a random person that I don't know as my roommate. It's kind of playing with life and death there. So, and with that, yeah, I'm still making more groups of friends, but I still have that high school friends that came to college with me.
Oh, that's awesome, brother. So when did you get affiliated or introduced to the nation?
I don't know. I I I really don't know. I know I met Brother Damon when I was 7,
Yeah.
but I don't know when. Like I know I was younger than that because oh man, I don't even remember. All I know is I was pretty much born into the nation. Pretty much.
Yes. Brother Damon, what are some the memories that you have of Brother Kenton when you first met him?
He's always been passionate, like he wanted to learn everything. Everything he saw the FOI doing, he wanted to do. I remember, I'm gonna be real, he wasn't a good driller, but he was so passionate and he would ask me questions, like show me how to do that again. And I'm like, man, I never had a junior come up to me and keep on asking me to show him stuff. And I watch him, he will go and practice. And he ended up being one of my best drillers.
Wow.
Yeah, he ended up being the DI. He was a junior FI first officer and a junior FI captain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, brother, with that type of determination and at least willing to accept the challenge, how has that nature of yours helped you in high school, and how do you see it helping you as you attack college now?
Well, I will say that determination wasn't there for a while. It wasn't there for my freshman year of high school. It wasn't there, but it came back my sophomore year of high school because I realized that I should probably keep that because if I'm really determined, I really do anything I wanted to.
Wow.
So like um it put me in a good position, I would say, because I do remember ending off my first year of high school, by grades or GPA, it wasn't where it should be at all. It was like below average.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended off my high school year with even though it was hard, I consider it as an accomplishment because starting off high school year, freshman year, which is mostly one of the most important years of averaging C's and D's to averaging A's and B's, end of my junior year, sophomore year, and senior year, and having a 3 point, close to 3.5.
Yes.
So I ended up getting that back, which really helped me out a lot because if I didn't get that back, I'd probably be in college right now.
Sure.
So
what changed? What motivated you? What changed for you to get that?
And as much as I hate to believe it, Kimani, my little brother, actually motivated me. As much as I hate to believe it, but he did when I was a freshman. He was in 8th grade, and I saw he was doing better than me. I was like, that's kind of I can't. I mean, me and him are very competitive when it comes to just our everyday goal. So when I saw that my little brother was doing better than me, I I couldn't accept that. So I started to do a lot better my last 2 years of high school.
Wow. That's steel sharpens steel. Steel sharpens steel.
That's right.
Yeah, that's beautiful, brother. Brother Damon, what's another quality about Brother Kenton that you noticed about him as you've gotten to get to know him?
I'm not surprised that he want to start his own business and he's majoring in, because I think when he was 7, I think he started going sell papers with me. You know, he asked me, can he go out, and his brother Kamani, they would go sell papers, incense with me. And, I would let them, keep half of the money, because I was like, man, these little brothers, man, they they business minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always impressed with him and his brother.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, brother, having a standard, having that motivation, and still sharpen steel. Sometimes we get these qualities because we're going to have to influence people around us. As you look at the lifestyle that you strive to live, and you look at your friends, who do you see has a big influence amongst you and your friends?
Can you repeat that in different
Yeah.
words? I didn't understand it.
Looking at, as we think about the concept of how you turned your grades around because of your brother, the motivation that you got from your little brother, and then taking that determination to want to get involved and want to learn more about drilling, and seeking Brother Damon out to get more understanding on how to drill. Do you, as you are now in college, who amongst your friends or who would you say is the one who has a big influence amongst your friends?
Amongst my friends, I don't know. A lot of my friends influence me a lot,
Yes,
at least to get to this point.
Yes, sir.
I do know. For some reason, I've always been around people who are competitive and like to compete. So I do know that a lot of my friends like to compete with me, which then again makes me a lot better at what I want to do. So I do. One of my friends, we would compete when it comes to math, for example. One day I'll be better, the next day he'll be better, and then we'll just keep going back and forth. So, and math has, like, from a major, it's very important for me to be relatively good at it. So I would say for that particular friend has helped me, has motivated me to continue to want to get better at math.
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to, I guess, just everyday goals, I would say, the people that have been knowing me, even Brother Damon has been knowing me at a young age, who helped me when it comes to, likely decisions and making great choices for myself.
Yes, sir. Well, that's very good to have that kind of circle around you, brother. That's very important. That's very important. Now, you mentioned team. Do you play sports?
No,
okay.
Not yet. I want to, but then I'm having some second thoughts because even though I just mentioned that I don't like to have a lot of free time, I still want to have that me time,
Yeah.
And playing sports, I feel like sports will always be there for me. It's always going to be there. So I always have a lifetime to, want to join sports. But I'm not exactly on the team yet.
Yes, sir. I want to. Okay, what sport do you want to play?
Basketball.
Okay, cool. Do you think you'll be able to walk on the team?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
I'm highly confident in my ability to be able to star on the team.
Yes, sir. I'm a firm believer that academics and playing sports is a real good mix. It's a very good mix. You'll meet a different cross section of people. Some of I forgot what they call them. What do they call them, Damon? When you're good at sports and athlete, scholar athlete, or something like that. But you'll get a chance to get the best of both worlds. You seem to be the kind of young man, Brother Kid, that you can juggle that kind of stuff. That's how you come off to me. That you'll be the type of brother who can handle that kind of a load on top of the schedule. Do you see yourself as that type of student?
I do now, but I didn't think so when I was in high school.
Yes, sir. Well, if you make it, let us know, because I'd like to come out there and see you play. I've always admired young brothers who are in the junior FOY, who are going to college, who are reaching for the stars, brother. That's something that's worth our support. And I want to let you know that I'm very excited for it. I admire you, even after just getting to know you today, because going to college is not an easy thing. Not many people, brothers, go to college out of high school, right after high school. But that number, brother, is growing. That number is growing. So tell us this, brother. How far do you want to go in college? Like in terms of you want to do after you graduate, or you want to get your PhD? How far do you see yourself going?
I want, as of right now, I'm just trying to make it to that finish line again. I want to graduate college, get my bachelor's. I don't know about a PhD yet, only because I don't know how will happen tomorrow, next week, a month from now.
Yeah.
So in the moment, I'm living in the moment,
Yeah.
and as of right now, I just want to make it to that second finish line of my life, get a bachelor's degree, and hopefully try to get a PhD, or try to find maybe the college could help me find a particular workforce, or just a job or business or something that could get me started in a good path after college.
Yes, sir. Because as of right now, brother Damon, you're working on your PhD. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So God willing, soon, brother Damon's gonna be brother Dr. Damon.
Inshallah. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
inshallah. And I said that's admirable, brother. That's admirable. The hours, because we have this show, brother Kenton, and then he's in class though before the show. So I salute both of you, brothers. I can, knowing brother Damon, he's influenced and has had something positive to share with many of the brothers that have been on our show. And so, brother Ken, I want to give you the last couple of minutes to give us the last remarks for the show. Whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart that you want to share with the public about your experience, your life, feel free to share it, brother.
I will say my mindset and how my opinions and how I view the world are completely different than how they were when I was younger. To me, I feel like the world is like, well, I feel like I have my own story. I'm the main character of my story, and that I tell a lot of people, like, you shouldn't necessarily worry about what someone else thinks of you in a way, because at the end of the day, they don't really care as much as you should care about yourself. I feel like, well, nowadays, I feel like when it comes to people, how people are so focused on what could happen instead of focused on what is happening at the moment. Because I have a friend who is not in a pretty tight situation about something. I don't know what it is, but I keep telling them, like, you're too focused on something in the future instead of focusing on something in the present, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We just don't know. So I think people have this view of they should focus on something that would or could happen instead of just staying in the moment. That's why my memo is just live life. I just live life. That's just me. And it wasn't always that, but it is now. I kind of found, I guess, tranquility for myself when it comes to everyday life and how important every day takes. I had this one teacher for high school, and I still remember the quote to this day that is like, be better than how you were yesterday. I just went to go see him recently, and I kind of take that as a way of saying that you want to challenge, I guess, compete against how you were. You just want to compete against yourself,
Right.
That's why I'm pretty competitive. Being able to
he froze up.
Man, it's like he was about to drop something deep on us, man. Let's give him a couple of seconds. Hopefully he'll free up. This brother interviews well. Brother Sharp.
I'm
There he
sorry.
is.
This college Wi-Fi. I don't know when I cut it out. I don't know. But yeah, I just view the world as like you should do better than how you were yesterday. You should want to strive to be no one's perfect.
Oh man, there it goes again. You there? Can you hear us, Brother Kenton? All right, we're gonna wait a couple of seconds. Technical difficulties roll through, brothers, on that college Wi-Fi. Now normally colleges have pretty good Wi-Fi. All right, there you go.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. There's a lot of people on Wi-Fi. I don't know where I cut out on.
Well, you were basically saying that being better today than you were yesterday.
Yeah. Everyone, because no one is perfect. But that doesn't mean you can't try to be a better you or a better self of your own self. If that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yes, sir. That makes sense. Definitely. Well, brother, we got about 2 minutes left. Brother Damon and I would like to give you an official salute for accomplishing all the things that you've done. And we look forward to hearing good things of things that you're doing in college campus. So with that said, we give you the original salute. Wait, there you go. Waiting on you, sir. All right, there we go. All right. Brother Ken, thank you so much for being a guest on our show today on Real to Real. We look forward, hopefully we'll be able to talk with you again toward the end of the semester, see how things are going.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.